Tonight, we're diving into something potent, a piece that cuts right to the chase about modern political tribalism and delusion. It's a poem and a song titled Full of It, written and produced by Jay the Infinite One.
And when they say full of it, they're not holding back on what it is. This piece starts strong, doesn't it? It's rain and bull, lie, catch basins are full, over your face they pull the wool.
Rainy day indeed. Not water, but bull. The catch basins aren't just full, they're overflowing with it. It paints a picture of a world absolutely saturated with misinformation, so much as practically a natural phenomenon.
And the wool over your face line, classic. But here, it's not just a little blind spot. It's a full-on, pervasive deception. Like everyone's walking around with a custom-fit bull-catching blanket.
Then it shifts gears with a direct address. Wake up, MAGA, this dream is over. Now a nightmare, if you dare to be sober. It's quite the alarm clock, turning a dream into a nightmare the moment you sober up.
It's saying the reality is harsh, apocalyptic even. The devil is here, scorching earth clear like a supernova. Not subtle. This isn't just a bad dream, it's the end of everything as they know it, if they just open their eyes.
And the consequence of all this delusion? Immune to the pain, what flows down the drain. You're full of it, full of it. There's a detachment, willful ignorance to the harm being done.
Right. It's not just that they believe it. They're inoculated against the actual damage. Everything just washes away, leaving them, well, full of it. Psychologically, it goes deep. Victims of identity fusion, a propaganda delusion, disoriented mass confusion.
Identity fusion. That's a strong phrase for when your sense of self becomes indistinguishable from a political movement. You stop being you and start being the cause. The source text also emphasizes that this leads to a "you're full of it," being repeated, highlighting the core accusation.
Exactly. And that leads to a propaganda delusion and disoriented mass confusion. They're not just confused, they're massively and disorientingly confused. It's a whole vibe. And this core accusation comes up again right after, reinforcing the theme. You're full of it. Full of it.
Then, the poem really leans into the cult imagery, repeating the opening lines about the bull and wool, which sets the stage for the next section, Cult of the Zombies, Cult of the Walking Dead. We're talking brain-eating levels of devotion here, or at least brain-numbed.
And a very specific jab, the Levitts and Bondys talking, nothing said, pointing out the figures who parrot empty rhetoric, making noise without substance. It's a brilliant way to say they're just filling the air. Then it drives home the point, you're full of it, full of it.
Just mindless rhetoric rattling in their head like marbles in a can. You hear it, but there's no actual thought behind the clatter. This section concludes with the core indictment again. You're full of it, full of it.
It paints a picture of being trapped, a captured mind under a red cap. Culture of darkness, straight from the tap. That red cap imagery is instantly recognizable, isn't it? It connects the specific group to this broader culture of darkness. And, once more, the damning refrain. You're full of it, full of it.
A culture of darkness just flowing freely, like it's the default setting, like it's as accessible as tap water, which is a terrifying thought. Then we get the line about futility. How can I show you what isn't there when you've been trained not to care?
You can't argue with an absence, especially if someone's been conditioned to ignore it. It leads directly to that bizarre, almost surreal image. You go to the cupboard to find it's bare. Blonde hair, blue eyes, an empty stare.
That's the ultimate consequence, isn't it? Nothing left. The source text emphasizes this structure by immediately repeating the Wake Up MAGA section, bringing back the nightmare sobriety theme. Wake up, MAGA, this dream is over. Now a nightmare if you dare to be sober. The devil is here, scorching earth clear like a supernova. Immune to the pain, what flows down the drain? You're full of it. Full of it.
Then it throws in some truly visceral imagery we missed earlier. Drinkin' maga juice. His bowels are loose. Make every excuse. Followed by the accusation, you're full of it. Full of it.
Definitely not. And the bowels are loose implies a complete lack of control, both physically and in terms of their narrative. They're just spouting whatever comes out and then making excuses for it. And that whole sequence repeats later in the original text, showing its importance.
It's a chaotic, messy, and ultimately self-defeating cycle the poem describes. Jay the Infinite One really doesn't pull any punches on what it means to be full of it. The structure relies heavily on repetition of the core accusation after each thematic burst.
Indeed, this piece by Jay the Infinite One paints a vivid, often unsettling, but undeniably sharp picture of political groupthink and the sheer volume of misinformation in the air. It uses shocking and visceral language to make its point about being full of it.
It's a call to sobriety in a world intoxicated by bull, and a reminder that sometimes the truth is a harsh, supernova bright reality. The repetition of "it's raining bull" at the end solidifies that overwhelming sensory experience.
If this discussion resonated, consider sharing it with someone who might appreciate its perspective.